Hello, today I'm going to do a mid-term to long-term review of my Xpulse Rally / Pro Edition Urf Shantabai. The review will be in Papa Star style, which is basically stealing someone else's content and reacting on it. और इसके लिए चुना लगाया मैंने Strell को for this video Xpulse Rally Edition review. Don't worry, even my clips will be there explaining my perspective, my pointers. So let's go. So the video starts off with the Strell bhai lifting the motorcycle, two people lifting it up. This can be due to the center of gravity of this motorcycle, which makes it more difficult to pick up. Even though it's lighter, I'm comparing it to say Himalayan. I have dropped Himalayan multiple times and I have easily picked it up by using that back technique because of the center of gravity is much lower. Even though Himalayan is more heavy.
I'm too much excited in riding this motorcycle. Just that we are in the right place.
Right place तो ठीक है and the excitement is also good, but why there's a gobar just beside Xpulse? Are you disrespecting Xpulse, Mr. Strell? I know it's very difficult to find place to take video. Sometimes there's gobar everywhere. You can't help it. Why I'm roasting this video? We are reviewing.
So this is the Rally Edition motorcycle. Compared to the previous version, the 4V, this one has adjustable front suspension.
Motorcycle he's reviewing here is the Rally Edition, which has come previously. After April 2023, the Pro version came in, Xpulse Pro. दोनों में बहुत ज़्यादा अंतर नहीं है. Very small changes, which doesn't affect when it comes to off-roading. And the changes that have come in, it just makes your life a little bit easier.
First of all, the look-wise, it is good. It's a good-looking motorcycle in my eyes. Than the 4V, the normal 4V. This one looks more like a Dakar bike. Hero has designed in that format.
Xpulse Standard looks nice, but the Rally Edition looks, or the Pro Edition looks so cool. It looks huge. Standard Edition चलाया था अच्छी थी, but जब मैंने Xpulse Pro Edition या Rally Edition चलाया तो भाई मजा ही आ गया भाई साहब. You know, different feel altogether. It's like the Thar of motorcycles. इसी से मेरी स्टोरी एक याद आई. मैंने जिस दिन इस बाइक को खरीदा था, उस दिन मैं गया पेट्रोल डलवाने के लिए एंड जो वहाँ पेट्रोल वाले भैया वो कहते हैं कि ये कितना देती है. He thought it's some huge bike which gives very less mileage. Gives like 30, I guess. I like 30? Huh? So good average for this motorcycle. I said, yeah, it's 200cc. Even he was amazed.
Headlight, which is not at all good for night rides.
In the Rally Edition, जो अप्रैल 2023 के पहले थी, उसमें जो हेडलाइट था बहुत ही बकवास था, बहुत ही वाहियात. मैंने कुछ दिनों पहले एक नाइट राइड की थी, मेरी हालत खराब हो गई थी, मेरे को कुछ नहीं दिख रहा था. Aux light is 100% required on this motorcycle if you're doing a night ride. In the Pro version, which my friend has the new headlight. Apparently they say it's 20% more brighter, but it's still not that great. It looks much more cooler though.
Front suspension is too good. The travel is good.
Superb suspension on the motorcycle. You are basically gliding. On off-road, it performs phenomenal. You can adjust the suspension as per your liking.
And to give you feedback about the brakes are good. Feedback is very nice. Be it off-road or on-road, the brakes are seriously nice.
Off-road में तो बहुत ही अच्छा काम करते हैं ये brakes.
And the plastics that you generally see with the motorcycle is not that great. Look at this piece. It feels so cheap. I had to use that word. It feels so cheap.
Guard on this. The Rally Edition was already cheap. They improved it in the Pro version, which is also not that great. I think one or two fall will just crack off. Rather, just take it off and put something better there, like a barkbuster.
And if you ask me how the clutch and the gearbox is, the clutch feel is kind of okay. Not too hard to use.
I'm still distracted with that gobar.
What I'll say that it goes clunky when I started using it.
Yeah, the clutch is mediocre. Nothing fancy है. What do you expect from Hero? भाई लोग तो अब हार्ली डेविडसन की गाड़ी बना रहे हैं. Clunky. Harley Davidson level. It's good enough. You can live with it.
This engine is much comfortable if you are riding in this speed. Since in the first and the second gear, the throttle feels a little bit choppy.
First and second gear, it is choppy. When you accelerate, you feel very jerky and all. What I do is, I do feather clutching and all. It helps with that, with the jitteriness.
It's a very tall motorcycle. So if I stall, then there is a high chance that I'll drop the motorcycle.
I have done it also because there is a learning curve to ride this motorcycle because it is tall and I dropped it because my technique was wrong. When you're stopping the motorcycle, what we usually do is we put both the legs down, okay? Not on this motorcycle. Think one step ahead. 1 foot down to flat-footed, basically. I'll show you how. So you basically move all the way to the left or all the way to the right and you put your feet full flat down. So basically you're sitting on your thighs while static and it's not that difficult. I practiced like for 2 or 3 days and now I'm so used to it.
Easy to ride them. Engine is not making too much of heat and all. It's kind of okay.
Heat wise, not bad. I'm riding a freaking KTM. So this heat that it produces is freaking nothing. It's like cool breeze. It's so much fun to ride this motorcycle in city. So much fun. I go out for anything, I'm taking my Xpulse. I have stopped taking my Activa. It's that much fun. That is once you get used to it.
And when it comes to the highway, we have a different news. 60 to 80 km per hour, this is much comfortable. Push it beyond 90 and all, the vibrations are too high, the seats are not so supporting.
I feel 90 to 100 is a comfortable cruising speed of this motorcycle on highway. Especially after I made the mod of adding in a Fuel X and a BMC air filter. So it has actually made the motorcycle more peppier. It revs faster, lesser vibrations. Overall, the bike feels more wholesome. Even the stalling issues have reduced because of those mods. I'll make a more detailed video explaining how the Fuel X, how the BMC air filter has improved the motorcycle. Maybe a short form content. Look forward for it. Subscribe.
You can literally feel that the engine is crying. It's crying for help from the engine if we are completely throttle locking, because 80 km is nowadays nothing on a highway. So if you try to throttle,
you need to do minimum 100 these days on highway. Chalo, highway feedback and city feedback, all good from Strell bhai side. Let me give my feedback. I rode this motorcycle for few long trips, and yes, highway gets boring on it, but the city and twisty is so much fun on it. I loved it. And plus, the mileage I get on this motorcycle is phenomenal. Even though the fuel tank is small, it's 13 liters, but average is too good that you don't need to stop left, right, center.
If you want to use this motorcycle inside city, I'll say that this is a big no. Especially if you're someone who's below 5'9" or 5'8", it is going to be a tedious task, because I am 5'6" and I find super difficult to use.
5'6" is, oh my god, okay, that will be very difficult. Strell bhai is correct that if you are below 5'8", 5'9", it'll become tedious to ride this motorcycle in city, no doubt about that. For 5'8", 5'9", also, as I said, you need have set of skills to ride this motorcycle in city. But once you have that skill, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. If this was like Dubai or USA, it will make zero freaking sense. But for our country, where like 50% of roads are basically off-road, this bikes make so much sense if you are able to handle it.
Now, when it comes to the off-road, so in our opinion, there is nothing you are missing on the normal motorcycle. But on this one, to my height, what I feel is like, if I get on this motorcycle, I know that absolutely there is no way that I'll get a support from my legs.
If you're doing an entry-level off-road trail or even motocross you're doing, the standard edition Xpulse will do just as well as this one. It's just the adjustability of the suspension gives the edge, and also the longer suspension travel, obviously. Now comes the question, why did I get this one? Why I didn't just go for the standard edition? See, my plan to get this one was to get used to taller motorcycles like Yamaha Tenere, so that in future when I upgrade, it won't be that difficult.
Round and round, round and round, round and round, the wheels on the bike go round and round, all through the town. Without the helmet, go